What you're hearing right now, well, is not a hook. And if you came here hoping for one of those high-energy, 3-second jolts, my friend, you won't find it here. Listen, I'm not trying to sell you a lifestyle or sell anything here. I'm not even trying to capture your attention. Now, if you feel the urge to leave, or if your thumb is already twitching to scroll, that's perfectly fine, because what I want to talk about is much worse than a sales pitch. I want to talk about how we've been turned into a biological machine without ever being asked for our consent. Bear with me for a moment here. You come to places like this, to the psychology and philosophy side of the internet, to learn how to avoid being manipulated. You watch videos about dark psychology to protect your mind. But have you noticed that the very channels warning you about the trap are using the trap itself? Most of them. Well, if we're being honest, all of them rely on the same mechanics. The 2-3-second hook, the sensory jolt, the open-loop anxiety designed to keep you watching. They are using the very dark triad tactics they condemn. They are actually treating the disease with the very virus that caused it. Now, one may wonder about the cost of these 3-second hooks. Some of you right now, possibly, will boldly state there's no cost. It's harmless, just entertainment. But is there? My friend, the cost isn't just your time, it's your brain. Here's what actually happened. In the short term, every hook you swallow is what researcher identified: attentional capture, a functional hijacking of your nervous system. We'll explore the neuroscience of this later, but the point is this: it triggers your orienting reflex, an ancient survival mechanism designed to spot predators. When a creator jolts you every few seconds, they are keeping your nervous system in a state of low-level fight or flight. And in that state, you are not actually learning. You're just flinching. And if that were all, it would be bad enough. But unfortunately, it's not. Over time, something worse happens. Constant exposure to these hooks leads to the atrophy of your prefrontal cortex. That's the CEO of your brain, my friend. The part responsible for empathy, for logic, for being you. By feeding you fragmented, high-stimulation content, they are physically degrading the part of you that makes you human. No wonder many of us feel empty when the videos end. You've been hooked, but never held. You've been entertained. I'm sure you did, but you've been neurologically downgraded. You've been manipulated, my friend. And this didn't happen by chance. Someone designed this. Well, at least not someone alive today. Listen, you have become the subject of B.F. Skinner's final global experiment. We'll deep dive into Skinner later, but for now, let me tell you a little story. A century ago, Skinner sat in a lab and watched pigeons. He discovered that if he gave them a reward at random, unpredictable intervals, they would peck at a lever until they collapsed. They became addicted to the possibility of a hit. Now, here's when it gets interesting. Today, the system has taken that birdseed and called it content strategies. It's taken the Skinner box and called it an algorithm. Let's take a moment to breathe here. I know, some of you may think it's a bit of cosmic joke, isn't it? But it's not. Now, maybe some of you have started to notice the bars, haven't you? You've seen most of YouTube gurus, if we're being honest, all of them selling the gospel of the hook. 3 seconds or you've lost them. Grab attention or die. And you know what? They're right. That's exactly how it works. In the box. For the pigeons. You may have also seen the Machiavellianism repackaged as confidence. They are teaching you how to be the perfect predator. But they forget one thing. Predator or prey. However you may feel, my friend, you're still inside the Skinner box. Now this channel, I hope, exists as a pattern interrupt. Yes, we will explore the shadows. We'll even dissect the mind traps you fall into daily without knowing their names. We'll counter the dark philosophies being sold as power. We'll expose the manipulation so you can finally see the bars of the cage you're in. But we won't stop there, because wisdom isn't just knowing what to avoid, it's knowing what to move toward. So we'll also walk through on what contemporary psychology reveals about genuine flourishing. about wisdom that actually transforms rather than just optimize. And sometimes, we'll explore this through stories, the kind that philosophers and mystics have used for centuries, because some truths can only be felt, not explained. My friend, some of it will challenge you. Some of it will take time to sink in. Some of what we discuss here will be uncomfortable. It will ask you to look at the ghost patterns of your own conditioning. But none of it will be packaged in 3-second hits designed to keep you numb. Now know this. This channel isn't for everyone. In fact, the very systems we've been discussing, the algorithms of the box, possibly, don't particularly want you to find this channel. It doesn't scream loud enough for them, you see. It doesn't pop the way they've trained you to expect. So, if you do find yourself back here, it won't be because a machine chose it for you. It will be because you chose to return. Listen now, if you need constant stimulation, if you need that hit of dopamine, there are thousands of channels engineered exactly for that. And that's genuinely okay. Now, before we part, here's the question I want to leave you with. If you spent the next year optimizing yourself into the perfect content consumer, would you even recognize the person you were trying to save? Think about it. For now, until we meet again, my friend.